Hey, 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 hey. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. It just got hot.
Are you having a hot flash,
Hell no. That
Ella?
that shouldn't be. I've had that suffer from that one for the last 10 years. I don't think.
Don't say that too loud.
My whole flash started when I was 40, 47, 48.
I think I've only had about two hot flashes in my entire life. Two. That's it.
Wow.
Never
Wow.
had a lot of hot flashes at all.
Woo. Yeah, as soon
But
as I
you
had my
never forget it. You
hysterectomy,
never forget it. If you have one, you never forget it.
no, my first experience, I thought I was gonna burn from the inside out.
Yeah,
My
you heat up from the inside out. Exactly.
yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, let me out of the car, let me out of the car, because I couldn't get too much. Yeah, so yeah, I've had it. I had it worse. That when I have it, I used to have like hives used to come with it. So my body would just break out in all these lines on my body, you know.
Look,
It would look like somebody scratched me or something like that. Yeah.
I've heard of women saying they wake up in the middle of the night and they don't even remember just stripping because they're so hot, and they'll wake up in the mornings with their gown on the floor, everything, because they gotten so hot in the middle of the night with no cover on them, just burning up because they having hot flashes. Now me, I've never experienced that. Never
Wow, you
experienced
never, God, you never like woke up and you're just like soaking wet
that.
sweat.
No, mm-mm,
Yeah.
nope. But
I
I've
just
heard women say that.
Oh yeah. And for me, I'll have the fan on. I had the fan facing me. I had the air on. I had the ceiling fan on. Oh my goodness. I
And you
just
can't get cooled off. You cannot get cooled off.
And then when you do get colder, you try to cover yourself back on, the heat comes back on again, and then you back.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yes. It was like that. It was like that for me.
Men don't have a clue. Men do not have a clue what women have to go through. They don't.
Ah. All right. So guess what? Before I say hello to everybody coming in, I know that Tracy Cakes and Colleen have the 777 auction today, and they're going to be giving away every money that's being collected by the sellers. They're going to donate it, so which is going towards a good cause. They're doing something really different today, and we know that we might not get a lot of people in here, and we know that people are definitely going to be going over there to support the sellers. So you know what, if you guys are here and you guys go over there, you know what, we actually want you guys to go over there. you know
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a big
Topic or
hoorah.
anything. Yeah,
It's not
so
going to be a big deal. I mean, we
yeah,
want you here. We would love to have you here, but we understand if if you want to go
this,
there.
yeah, we understand. And you know what, we'll always bring back the topic. We'll always bring back the topic next time, so it's not a problem. So don't feel guilty
Oh,
if you have
no.
to go over to Tracy Cakes, because they start at 5:15 today. Because they're having sellers coming on, so I can understand them starting
Yeah.
early.
And
They
it's
have
seven
sellers.
sellers. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? If they don't start early like that, they're gonna just be into midnight. And we always like to go support, because we always like to help our fellow you know
And they're
members.
always doing a good cause and doing something great for the community. And yeah.
Yeah, so that is pretty cool. All right, so also, before I say hello to everybody coming in, I want to say thank you to Mara for sending me this plush.
Isn't
I
that the
appreciate
cutest
it.
thing?
At least it's not a monkey. When I got the package, I didn't recognize the name on it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, not another mystery monkey!" When I still don't know who's sending me monkey stuff, apart from Picky Nicky and Texas Val. And so I was like, you know what? Let me. I was opening the box from the post, my post box till I got home because I went to
Look,
see.
Ella, you should put the word out. If anybody knows who sent the mystery T-shirt, please send me an email. There's something in it for you.
Ah,
You
that's
can.
true.
I will never mention your name, but just let me know who
Yeah,
sent it,
there'll be
and
a
you and I
reward.
can exchange something.
So I want to say thank you to Mara for the elephant. I appreciate you. And then she wrote back. She said, "You see, it says Ella Fant."
Oh, that's sweet. She
And
switched it up, didn't she?
she sure did. And then um, I think she got it from Mega Kirby
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
uh-huh. And
No,
Mega,
Kirby, no.
yeah, Kirby, he put me sent me this as well with the package. Oh, I used
Oh,
to
how
love
sweet.
the icing
Wait,
on
let me
the,
see what that is. Let me see what that is.
it says
Happy cookies.
yeah. That these icing on the biscuits is really nice. So he
That
sent
must
me
be
this.
something they have in their area.
It must
I've
be. It
never
must be.
seen that in our area.
Oh yeah, we do have these, but they're not packaged like this. They're not packaged like that. So, all right, let me say hi to people coming in quickly. All right, we got little Debbie in here. Happy Sunday, everybody! And then we got Jennifer, Sandy Cook. You know what? I'm trying to suspect Sandy Cook for the monkey T-shirt because she said on the post. And it's not me this time. So I'm like, not me this time? Does that
I
mean that
think people are just trying to throw you off,
I
and I
guess
think it's going to be somebody that you're never going to ever when you do find out, you're going to say, "Oh wow, I was never thinking about that person."
mm. So yeah, I think she's trying to throw me off because say, oh, not this time. So I said, so did you send the first one? Sandy, good to see you. Mwah, mwah. Don't forget, guys, to hit the thumbs up. Hey, Tracy K with the super sticker. Mwah, mwah. See, so she was like,
Love you, Tracy. Good luck on the
much.
giveaways.
Yes, thank you so much, Tracy K. Jessica, I hope you're doing better. Hope you're doing better. She says she's still in hospital, so keep praying for Jessica,
Oh,
guys.
hospitals are so bad. Oh man, I don't even look forward to go. Oh gosh.
No, so let's just keep Jessica in our prayers. Hi, Claudette. Mwah, mwah. Sweet Claudette.
Oh yeah, she's the sweetest.
Ashley Reed. Mwah, mwah. Good
There's
to see you,
Ashley.
Ashley. Miss Josie.
I think Josie changed her picture.
Yeah, I see that. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I had water here. I don't know. I must have
My
taken
friend, my friend Josie.
Josie. She's gonna be on tomorrow, guys. You need to check her out. I think she probably is on in the mornings. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's in the morning
yes,
or the afternoon that
yes.
she's on.
It's in the mornings, but I don't know if they started their later time,
At
but
11
it used
o'clock
to
or
be.
so.
Well, it was 8 o'clock Josie's time, and she was like, we got to do better than this." So I think they moved it to 10 Josie's time and 12 Pam's time. I don't
Oh,
know
Eastern
if it takes
Standard Time.
effect tomorrow or I don't know when it takes effect.
Oh, okay. So she's
She
on
sent me
anyway
that though.
Mondays, Fridays,
Yeah.
and Saturdays. That's when she's on. Good to see you, Miss Josie. All right. Let's see who else is here. We did say hi to little Debbie, Picky Nikki. Mwah, mwah. I
There's
know
Picky Nicky.
is taking part in the auction. Excuse me. All right, let's see who else is here. Not reading chat.
Participating in the house purge.
All right. Timeless. Good to see you, Timeless. Welcome in, Timeless Jules. Timeless, check her out. She's on the weekend at 1, and then she's on with Cool Ranch on the weekends as well. I think 8:30, and then she's gonna be on with me this Thursday. So come check her out. Dove Season from the coin community. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you, Dove Season. Welcome in. I appreciate you. All right, Cupid's Angel. Good to see you, Cupid. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hi, Julie. Mwah, mwah. Welcome, welcome. She said, yes, I changed my picture. All right, all right, all right. So what we're talking about today?
Um, well, we may have to bring this topic back when we have a lot more in the chat, but I just want to kind of touch on or walk around or dance around or whatever you want to talk how we want to discuss it. But my thoughts are entitlement. I come from in a generation, of course, I'm proud to be Generation X. A lot of people don't realize, and didn't realize that they have a Generation Z now.
Yeah,
And
they
that I
do.
thought it was just millennials and us, and I didn't realize it was another one yet. I didn't realize it. But now they have Z, Generation Z. But our generation is not like others. To me, ours is the best, but I'm just saying that because I am Generation X. But for some reason, after our generation, I'm not saying all millennials, and I'm not saying all Gen X's, and I'm not saying, there's always two sides to every story. But it seems like the further we go in time, the more entitlement people seem to have as far as not working, not carrying their load and not doing what they're supposed to, and I don't understand that. And I'm not judging it. I just don't understand, because when I was growing up, it made me proud to be able to go out and work and earn my own money and do my own thing and buy my own car. I never dreamed about staying at my mom's house till I was 30 years old. That was not even you know what I'm saying? I would have said that was a prison sentence. If you were going to leave me at my mom's till I was 30, I would say I'm in jail, you know? So I just thought maybe we could touch on the chat's thoughts about entitlement. Am I looking at it all wrong? Am I seeing it wrong?
I don't think so. You're seeing it wrong, or you're looking at it wrong. Because you know people. I think is also the way people are being brought up. Because there's several reasons why people feel that they deserve something, or you like, hey, you owe me a favor, even when they haven't done anything to earn it. They feel that they're entitled to something. So like I said, it could be their upbringing. If you've had a parent, if you're in a home where a parent, you have parents that's always giving you everything. you know they help you do this, help you do that, and they get whatever you ask for. And then you grow up thinking, oh, I'm entitled to that. I'm entitled to it. Like, oh, you feel that, oh, I have to cook for you. Yes, because I'm entitled. When I was growing up, people were cooking for me. Okay, so you feel you're entitled to, so there's so many things that you can think about, that people always think that they are entitled to have it because they were
Now,
always given that, when they were growing up. So yeah.
of course, you want your children to have more than you had when you were growing up. Now, when my children became at the age to be able to have an automobile, they each got one, but it wasn't a brand new automobile. They also bought the gas and paid for the insurance that come with that automobile, not because we couldn't afford it, but because that was responsibility. But they would go to school with children that their parents would buy them a brand new, off the show floor automobile and give it to a 16-year-old. And I'm
Hmm.
thinking, where do you go from there? I mean, if
Yeah,
you get that, what gift are they going to get next? You're just going to have to get larger and larger, you
build them a
know?
house after you gave them a car.
Yeah, I mean, what does that teach them? It doesn't teach them responsibility. It just teaches them that all I have to do is be nice and be good, and I get anything I want. That's
Yeah.
not true.
Hi, Crafty Sunburn. Pikiniki said, I think people always want to do more and give more to their kids than they had. You spoil the kids, and then they become entitled to things without earning them and working for it, which is true. That's the thing, is that but there's a point though that you got to teach your kids that, look, not because I give you stuff thinking it will come to you freely. I might not be here, okay? I might not be here to look after you one day. You're going to have to fend for yourself. You're going to have to do things for yourself. So, because I'm giving it to you, making you life comfortable for you right now, doesn't mean that it will be like that when you go to boarding school, when you go to university, or you go anywhere else, when you're working and you have to be out of town, or you're living on your own, or you're staying with friends. So that's
This is a
the thing
this
as
is a
well.
this is a true story. When Matt went off to college, he knew how to cook, he knew how to wash clothes, he knew how to do just about all the basics of that he needed to do to take care of himself. So he called me one night and he said, "Mom," and I said, "What, baby?" He said, "Do you know there's people here that don't know how to wash their clothes?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, they're looking on YouTube to see how to wash a load of clothes." I
That's
said, "They have that on YouTube, how to wash a load of clothes?" And he said, "They have anything you want on YouTube." But these college students was looking up how to wash a load of clothes on YouTube because they had never been shown how to wash their clothes. And I thought, what is this world coming to?
hmm
I said, "Matt, I am so glad that I taught you from a young age to wash your clothes, to wash dishes, to cook for yourself, to buy groceries, to manage money, and I'm not bragging as a parent. I did it because, like you said, I knew I wasn't always going to be there for him.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. You're gonna be out and about, you know. So it's like, if I don't teach you, and once you're on your own, how you gonna do? And another thing is, like, you want to make sure that you teach them while they're young, not for because, like, oh, you're going to be out there, but you want to be grown into a man that you can take care of another woman, so that when the woman comes in and the woman is not able to do much, you're able to stand by your girlfriend or your
Oh,
wife, and
Ella.
you're able to do the things that you need to do when they're not able to do it. Like when your girlfriend or when your wife gets pregnant, guess what? When they get pregnant, they're not able to bend down to tie their shoelace, or they're not able to go and wash the dishes or do the laundry. Who is going to do it? You're going to have to do it. So if you don't learn or cook, like, she can't, maybe the day she's feeling sick, morning sickness, she can't, and she just needs maybe something. What are you going to do? You're going to run to mother to teach, to say,
What if
hey.
her pregnancy is not a good pregnancy and she gets sick and can't work? You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
So
You
the
have
man
to,
has to
there's a
be
lot
there.
of scenarios.
Yeah. So yeah. Claudette says 16 is way too young to drive. If you can't vote at 16, you shouldn't be driving. Well, you know what? It's good to teach the kid even to drive, even though they can't vote right now. But I'm telling you, some 16-year-old, they make more sense than a 35-year-old person. Some of them,
Yeah, depending on how they were brought
how
up.
they've
Yeah.
been brought up. So yeah, you know what? Teaching them how to drive, it's not a problem. I will, if I had kids, I would teach them how to drive. If I can drive myself, I would teach them. Actually, I would, if I had kids and I didn't know, I don't drive, not that I don't know how to drive, but I would really love for my kid to get a license and drive, because I would want them. I am entitled. So I'll be like, can you take me to the store? Can you take me to the store? Something like that. But like I said, this is a topic that, because um being entitled is not just like bringing up a child and teaching them about that. There's so many definitions of, or many explanations of being, you know do people think they're entitled? And Some people, like, you got the social factor about it, which it could be how their parents treated them. Their parents were doing solving all their problems for them. So there was
Not even
no.
allowing them to think or find a solution for themselves. They were
Mm,
just fixing the problem and not even allowing them to think. I think
yeah.
that's an injustice.
And then you have social media. It doesn't help, where kids could learn what they see on social media, and they just feel like, oh yeah, okay, that kid is entitled, or that person, they feel, yeah, they're entitled too, you know. And then, you know some people could feel that they're entitled now because they were denied certain things as a kid, and they feel right now, you know what, I'm entitled right now because growing up, I didn't get the stuff I
I
wanted.
didn't have this, this, and this.
Mm. So if you as a kid have been denied so many things in the past, now that you're grown up, you're like, oh yeah, I'm entitled, you know. So that's what I'm saying. This is broad in the way you want to look at it. It could be a healthy way to look at it, and it could be another way, which could be a narcissistic way to look at it. You
Well,
know.
let me ask you this, and just to get people's thoughts, why is it different, or is this my imagination, for it to be like for a man not to work and not to support his family? In our eyes, or in my eyes, is a lot worse than a mother who has three kids that is married to a man that, and she doesn't work. You understand? Because that's a full-time job taking care of
It is.
children.
Yeah.
But then it just, to me, like the man does not work or anything. It looks worse for a man not to be working than a woman. I may be wrong about seeing that, but that's just the way I see it. The man's supposed to take care of his family no matter what. Like you said, what if the wife or girlfriend can't? You
Mm,
know, it's
yeah.
supposed to me, that's the way it's supposed to be. I may be wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong, but like you said, it's just the way things just, that's life. That's the way it is. Josie, she said, my 16-year-old grandson has a job and has to pay for half of the truck he just purchased, plus paying for his insurance and gas. That's a good thing because,
Yes,
yeah,
that's a
like,
wonderful
oh, you
thing.
want to drive, you want a truck? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. If we're gonna be paying half of it for you in order for you to get it, then you're gonna have to pay your insurance, you're gonna have to pay for your gas. You teach them at an early stage so that they don't feel entitled that, oh yeah, you got it for me, so you have to do this. No, I don't have to. It's like, I don't have to do that. They have on YouTube how to wash your hair. They got so many things on how to on YouTube now. Thank God for YouTube that teaches people how to do a lot of things. Now, the thing will be, will the person ever think about, oh, I gotta go on YouTube to see, I think that people, they do that. They will say,
Now,
oh
I can see a 12-year-old looking up on YouTube how to wash clothes. Now, I
yeah.
can see that. But we're talking about a person that got accepted into college that pretty much, is supposed to be intelligent, yet you don't know how to wash a load of clothes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
But
crazy.
but the thing is that there are two different types of how to wash your clothing. One, when you don't have electricity, your washing machine is not there, or you move into a place where the laundrette is miles down the road. Okay, and you don't have a washing machine, how do you wash your clothes? You're gonna have to still learn how to go wash them with your hands. Now,
Right.
not
And
everybody.
survive. Yeah.
I,
Survival.
in when growing up, we used to wash our clothes in the washing machine. And then when our washing machine broke down, my dad didn't bother to say, "Oh, let me go get it fixed." No, nor did he say, "You know what, I'm gonna go buy another one." No. So we had to learn really fast to wash our clothes with our hands. You know, put soap, fill the bathtub with water, put soap in it, put the clothes in, soak them in for a bit, come back and just start using your hands, and you hold
Right.
them. you hold the cloth like this and you're scrubbing it against itself until you
Right.
scrub all the parts of it, and then let the water drain, fill the tub back up again, and then rinse the clothes. And then we go hang them out on the line if the sun is out to dry it. Some people don't know how to do that, you
Well,
know.
how are you going to have gratitude and appreciation if you don't learn to have little and then get more and more? How are you going to appreciate where you come from to where you are if you are given the ultimate to begin with? That, no.
Yeah. I mean, the small things do help. It's not every time a child comes to you or an adult comes to you and say, could you do this? Like me, I'm very strict. Maybe because I've been a teacher, even I've had adults say to me, oh, could you do this for me? And I'm like, I will do it for you, but I'm going to teach you how to do it. So next time you can do it on your own. I
Right.
had adults say, oh, could you do this for me? And I will show them. And then I'm like, now I'm going to show you how to do it so you can learn how to do it on your own, because I got stuff to do. You can't be coming to me and ask me to show you how to do it. But basically, it's not like showing me how to do it. It's more like, could you do it for me?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass man. Do it yourself. I've taught
Well,
you
I
how to
feel like I had to learn it. Why do
do
you
it.
think you don't have to learn it?
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because they don't have the patience to learn. And that one, now when they're doing it like that, always wanting you to do something for them, is because they feel entitled that you have to do it for me. I don't need to do it. I need you to do it for me. Now that is where now the narcissist comes under, it comes underneath it, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, so you just feel you're entitled now.
And see, it becomes your baby. If you allow it, if you allow that to happen and it goes on, it becomes your baby to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like
Because
every
at
time the person,
work,
yeah, for you to do
when
it
you
for
have
them,
a
and they
job,
do it.
yeah, when you work out in public and you have a job and they come to you and say, we want you to do this for just a X amount of time. Don't even count on that, because once you accept that, it becomes your baby and
Yeah.
they're never going to take it back. They're going to keep
Yes,
on
yeah,
with
they're gonna
stuff
keep on
on.
giving it to you because you never could stand up to them and say no.
No.
Let me show you how to do it. And then this is where the narcissists come. They will complain, make it feel like it's your fault for their own
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Don't make it think that it's their fault. I mean,
Agreed.
your fault, not their fault. But it's like, I'm teaching you. Why don't you learn how to do it? Because one, they don't have the patience. They don't have the patience. They don't want to learn. If you're there and you keep doing it for them, they're gonna feel entitled.
And some
That, oh
people
no,
are just lazy. Just
yeah.
lazy.
Claudette said my nephew has no idea how to mail a letter and where to put the address and stamp. What?
Okay.
Ah,
I thought they taught that in school.
well, that's what happened with emails and texting these days. When you don't
Yeah.
have to write a letter, yeah, you will
And
never
when
learn.
they ended cursive writing, I could not believe that. I'm like, how are you going to ever have your own signature if you cannot, anybody can print your name, but
Mm,
you write in cursive, that's your own signature. That's your signature. So
yeah.
how are they getting away with not having cursive writing? That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother one. Josie says parents need to teach their children how to survive. My grandson is a better driver than his mom. Yeah. Yes, I understand. I thought all my kids to drive, and they did
Driver's ed, yeah.
and okay, and they're all good drivers. I just think they're too young to drive. Now, if at the end of the day, if you feel that your kid at 16 is too young to drive, you know what? Then that's fine. But this is what I will do though. Teach them how to drive at 16. Don't mean that you have to go out because they know how to drive. You have to go out and buy them a car. They have to be responsible. So for me, I will not go out and buy my child a car because I they know how to drive at the age of 16, because you want them to be responsible. You want them to be able to you know afford to buy gas in the car, not call me up when they break down and say, "Oh, I don't have gas, so I broke down." No, you should have before your
Well,
tank was running to almost E. Where were you? You
well,
could
my
have.
children, both of them had to learn how to change a tire, had to check all the fluids on the vehicle on their car, had to know what each signal is on the inside when you get a bad thing that says something like check engine or whatever. Before they could drive, they had to be able to do that. That's the way I was. I had to learn how to change a tire on a car in case I got stranded somewhere and nobody was there to help me. I had to know how to check the oil. I had to know how to, a lot of things before I was allowed to drive. But I was
Yes.
driving not by myself, but with someone at 11, 12 years old. I mean, this is a small town. We
Mm.
was driving at a young age.
Well, um, she said my granddaughter saved 8K and bought a good used car with low mileage on it and wanted to have their own insurance. That's good, you know.
That is wonderful.
Mm. Hi, finding treasures. Happy Sunday. Good to see you, 710. Mwah. Welcome in, 710. Good to see you. American honey. Mwah, mwah.
Hey,
Good,
American honey.
good to see you. I know some are really disabled and they can't work, but some stop working because they have some pain. I have pain every day and still work. Let me tell you, Miss Josie, you are awesome, and thanks for putting that in there. Some people, I mean, I've known people that disabled, and like they are, I mean, when I say in a wheelchair bound, they can't even get up, they have to be lifted and whatever, and still do so much for themselves. They learn to do it for themselves. And I think another thing, I won't call it pride, because some of them just feel that I don't want to be reliant. I want to be able to do. It's frustrating when they can't do something on their own. And I really appreciate those type of people. It's the ones that don't have much of a disability that feels that they're entitled and complain because they got one disability that, and they still like moving, doing stuff with their hands and their body. But then you have somebody that I was watching a short, and this guy was on a stretcher, okay, like a bed. That's what he laid on. Nobody's there to help him. So guess what he was doing? He cook, he sweep, clean his house all on his own. When he's cooking, he used one hand to hold the mirror. The gas is by the side, so the bed, it's like he move it close to the gas, and then he holds the mirror like this, and he used the other hand so he can see what's in the pot. And then he's got his stuff. He preps his food. He has like a tabletop on the bed. He preps his food on there, and then he holds the mirror. He gathers all the ingredients, and then he puts it in the pot. Now, because he can't move, through the mirror he can see where the pot is, and
Now,
he's
isn't that something?
putting in there, and he's using the spoon and he's stirring it. I mean, I was watching this thing. This man lay flat on the bed, and
Oh,
while he
wow.
on the bed, he could still go take washcloth, clean his face and whatever. That guy was not complaining. But then you see somebody that say they're disabled and they're complaining, like that's what they feel they're entitled for you to continue to help them.
And get this,
There's
they
people
can
who
go
just,
on vacation.
yeah,
They can do any
they can drive.
extracurricular activity they want to do. They can have marital relations and have more babies, but
Hmm.
they can't work.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. I watched that and I was like, and you still have some selfish ass people here complaining about they can't do this and can't do, and it's like, stop whining and stop complaining. There was, you need to be grateful that you got all your freaking faculties, that at
Yes.
least you still have your hands to do something, or you still have your legs if you don't have your hands. I was watching American Got Talent, okay? American Got Talent. This lady don't have arms. She
Mm-hmm.
came on to the show to prove to Simon and the other people, I think it was Simon or the judges that were there, how she used her legs to take care of her daughter, how she used her legs to cook, brush her daughter's hair, eat. She even got to call one of the judges, and they sat on the table with her to have tea. She poured, used her leg, got the teapot, poured it in the tea cups, and cheered the guy and drank. I mean, everybody was in awe how this lady was using her legs, and she don't have no arms at all. She doesn't have no arms. So now the woman don't say she's entitled, does she now? She doesn't say, "Oh, I'm entitled for somebody to
No,
help me
she
because I
sounds
can't
like
help
she's
myself."
determined. She's
Yeah,
determined.
woman. So she's not going like, "Oh, I'm entitled," because guess what? If she felt that she was entitled, she would not have gone on that American Got Talent
She
show.
don't sound like she wants somebody to give her something, that's for sure.
No. So she didn't go on there. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you have a disability, but you can still move, you can still do something with that disability, no matter how it hurts, and you can still get up and do something, then don't complain about it. Don't feel you're entitled for somebody to help you. Like, oh, this person didn't help me because my hands are not working. Well, use your freaking legs then. There are other people out there using their legs. If you can't use your hand, learn how to use your legs. And if your leg ain't working, then use your hands. Simple. Hi,
Agreed.
Sissy man. Miss Ella, we grew up so differently. We lived in our car for years, very little food, and mom was always gone working. I gave my kids the life I wanted, and they are nothing like me. Let me tell you, we always say we want to be better than our parents because of the way we were brought up. Like you said, situation in your life that happened in your parents' life, you had to live in the car with them and stuff like that. But then you say, you know what? I'm going to fight really hard to make sure I don't end up in that situation, and that me and my kids always have a roof over our head. Yes. That's your determination to make sure you don't repeat it. But
She broke that generational curse of that happening to her because she was determined to give her children more.
she was determined to work hard. Not that her parents weren't working
No, they
hard,
did the best they
because we
could,
all fall in
probably.
situations. Sometimes stuff happened to us, and then we end up where we're not but you
We
work
didn't
hard.
intend to be. Yeah,
But
we
then guess
somewhere
what?
we didn't want to be. Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean because you work that hard for your kids to make them feel that your kids, at the end of the day, when they eat, they put their plate in the sink. Hell to the no. Go wash your freaking plate. Thank you very much. Who I made the food, I cooked, I served you. What makes you think after I finish serving you, you're gonna put your plate in the sink and go to the bedroom? So I'm gonna wash your dish for you.
See,
I'm not
our
doing that.
family always worked as a unit. Like it took all four of us to make the wheels turn. We made our children feel involved in everything. It wasn't like we put them as like, we're making you wash these dishes, we're making you wash these clothes. No, we are a unit. In order to keep things moving, we all have to work together. This
Yeah.
is what you do to make this wheel turn. This is what I do to make this wheel turn. We never made them feel like they were less than. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. So people, yeah, like Miss Josie said, she grew up in a poor farming family and loved and learned to work young. We all grew up. I grew up in a middle class family. My dad and my mom worked. My dad ended up having his own business in real estate, you know and at the end of the day, we learned. They still taught. My dad was a very strict disciplinarian. He still taught us, that no, you're not entitled to. Because he used to say to us, when I die, don't be thinking you're gonna come and say, oh, I'm entitled to this, I'm entitled to that. No, you're not entitled to anything. You're gonna go work for your own stuff. you know you're gonna work for your own stuff. So that's what we did have to learn. He made sure we knew how to clean our clothes. We were young when we started cleaning our clothes. We were young when we started doing housework. We were young when we started cooking,
Oh my
because he
gosh.
wanted us to learn all these stuff.
It
Not
was no
because
sleeping late on Saturdays for us. On
mm,
Saturday mornings, where children get to sleep in because they've been having to get up early all week. Not at my house, not at my mom's house. Now I'm talking about when I was growing up. She would
mm,
wake us up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and we started doing chores.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We started cleaning house. We started washing clothes. We started doing everything. After that, we could do what we wanted to do. But
Yeah.
we got our chores
we,
done.
we we didn't just get up and say, oh, we're just gonna get up and go to school. It wasn't like that for us. We got up and we had to make sure we clean the house. Everything is clean. Then we go take a shower, get dressed. Sometimes if we're looking at, we'll say, oh, we're gonna sit down and have breakfast. If my dad noticed that, look, it's getting to the time you need to go take your bus, he would say, no, go to the bus stop. We'll go to the bus stop and go wait. So we have to get up early to time it. How long would it take for me to clean the living room, sweep it, you know? And how long would it take for me to wash the dishes and get ready to leave the house to go to school? And sometimes when we finish early and my dad is going that way, he would take us in the car and it would drop us off, myself and my brother, because we went to the same school, and he would drop us off on the way. Sometimes he would drop us halfway so that if we can get a taxi to work, to school, or walk the rest of the way to school. That's what he used to do with us. American Honey say, I messed them up so bad, selfish, uncaring, and unmotivated. And that's the thing, though, when they get to a certain age, when you have spoiled them so badly, and then they get to a certain age, guess what? They, they don't want you to tell them anything, because you never did that in the beginning. So now it's like, oh, now you want to tell me what to do, you know? And because then you thought you were caring for them,
But
you were
when you
good.
get to a certain age, you have to consciously make up your mind. Am I going to stay in this mindset, or am I going to rise above it? They can no longer, like, I don't blame my mother for anything that happened to me in my childhood, because when I become 18 years old, I made a conscious decision not to be anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I did
Yeah,
not want that life. And I just said, well, she probably did the best she could, whatever. And I chose to be bigger, and I'm not saying better, because, I'm just to do differently is what I'm saying, and to
hmm,
do things different. But a child, to me, that blames a parent for their downfalls when they get to be 25, 30, 35 years old, I'm like, no, 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 no. You're an adult. You can make a conscious decision to be different. You can
yeah,
be different.
yeah. Because it does say that, when you're growing up, you can change that behavior. You can change that. Oh, I'm entitled
It's
behavior.
a choice.
Yes,
Yes.
you can do that. Hi, Renee. Welcome in. You can do that. American Honey say, I did everything to help and please my mom. And that's what we do as parents. We try to do everything to please our parents, because we don't want to offend them. We want to make sure they're happy as a child growing up. Now, the kids growing up these days, they don't care whether you're happy or anything. They
Just as
just want
long
to,
as they're happy. Just as
yeah,
long as they're
as
getting
long
what
as
they
they're
want.
happy. They just want to do stuff for themselves and do whatever they want to do. You know what? Like I said, I don't have kids, because the way my parents brought me, especially my dad brought me up, I would have tweaked stuff a little bit, but I would have been a strict parent, because I wasn't entitled. So there was no way my kid would have been entitled to nothing. They would
I'm
be
so
entitled.
glad that I wasn't entitled. And I'm so glad that I raised my children not to be entitled, because, and I hope that they do the same thing with their children, because it's not my place to raise their children. It's my place
Yeah.
to love their children, and it's
Mm.
their place to raise them.
Yeah, that's true. So at the end of the day, um, no matter what we do, whether you're full fledged working hands and whatever legs and or you don't have anything, you are not entitled to nothing. You're entitled to the stuff you work hard for. You know, you're not entitled to feel that because you didn't have it when you're young, you're entitled to it now. Don't boss people around to feel that, oh, they should do it for me because I'm the boss. No, you're
And
not the
I'll tell
boss of
you this
nobody.
too: people that feel entitled think certain jobs are beneath them and they shouldn't do them. Well, I'm here to tell you, I respect all jobs if somebody's working. I
Mm,
say to myself, if this person didn't have that job, how would my life be? If our garbage man did not come by every week and pick up our garbage on a regular basis, what in the world would my yard look like? Where
mhm.
would I put that? You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah,
people didn't have a custodian job, how would we have clean restrooms and places when we go somewhere? I never put down on somebody's job, and if they are working that job and they are doing a
working it well.
good job, hands down, I'm like, I respect you. I respect you. And for people to act like, oh, I'm not doing that job. That job, I'm not doing that job. Well, that's the very one that they need to be doing.
Yeah,
They need to be doing that job.
they really need to be doing that job. All right, guys. We really appreciate you guys being here with us. I know it's a short time, and we thank you. I think this is a good topic, to actually revisit again and
Yeah, I
talk
think it
about.
would be when we had a lot of people in here.
Yeah, because there's other things relating to somebody feeling entitled, to talk about. Stacy may say, I was spoiled rotten, but my parents and my siblings and myself helped those in need, and they made us see the life of those less fortunate, and which is cool. I mean, I've seen where parents take their young ones and go to where people are less fortunate, and say, hey, you like when you eat, you don't want to finish your food, you like throwing stuff away. And it's like, look at these people, you know, look at
I,
them,
I
how they're,
think there's a
yeah,
good spoiled and there's a bad spoiled. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And loving your child too much is not spoiling them. You know
no,
what I'm saying? But
yeah,
in making them, giving them everything they want by the time they're uh, not even old enough to have it, to me that's wrong. You know, you shouldn't do that.
yeah. Yeah, because that's where they feel like they're entitled. And let me tell you, you can spoil your kids and give them everything, but let them know that even though I'm giving you everything, the world is not going to give you everything. The world out there is
Yeah, they're not going to see you the way I see you. I'm
yeah,
your mom.
yeah.
I
The
love
world
you, but
out
they're
there,
not going to love you like I love you.
yeah. So you're not going to get everything for free that you want because you think, oh, mom's giving it to me. No, it's not like that. There's a lot of people out there. They're going to think, yeah, you got to have to work hard for it, and not going to give it to you. Um, it is what you do. It's how you do it. It put 100% into your job, no matter what it is. I worked in a dog kennel as a teen and was thrilled to have a job. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's good, for you to have a job. And when you get that money now, you can buy whatever you want to buy. But there's another thing. I used to tell my nephew. I don't know if he took my advice, but my sister's kid, and he worked. He was going to school, and then he had this part time job. Even after he finished school, he was still working. And I remember last time I was in England, I had a one on one talk with him, and I said, you know what? Look at the age. I said, I wish, at my age, I did what you're doing. I said, look at that. You're living at home. You're working. I said, this is what you need to do. Put money aside.
Absolutely.
And then, you know what? Your parents don't need your money. They don't need your money, but it's kind of like a gesture to say, thank you, mom. Thank you, dad. Here is $100 towards the rent, or towards the mortgage, or towards the bill. Or you just say, you don't even need to say anything. Just say, hey, mom, hey, dad, I got paid today, so I'm giving you this.
Yeah, here's my part.
Yeah. That's all you need to do. And I told him, I said, let me tell you, if you start saving now, it will, I mean, I'm telling you, you will not even be in any kind of debt in the long run. But you know what? Kids don't want to listen to their aunts most of the time, even when their parents talk to them. Sometimes they don't want to listen. They want to do what they want to do. But I wish somebody taught me that when I was young. You know,
Like, we don't know, we haven't seen some of the world, and we don't know what we're talking about. We're making all this up.
yeah.
That's what
So
children look at you like sometimes, like, why are you trying to tell me what to do? We're trying to help you. We're trying to guide you into something that'll cause you less pain.
yeah. Renee said when she took her girls to the horse show, I didn't hit others to clean the store and groom the horses. They had to do it. I told them they need to learn responsibility. That is true. That is so good. Learn responsibility. Learn how to clean it, because one day you might want to have a horse, and then who's gonna clean it for you? Who's gonna look after it? Who's gonna groom it and everything for you? You're gonna have to do it yourself. The entitled girls at the horse show have had everything done for them when they were brats. They were brats, yeah, and they were like, oh yeah, you know what? I have somebody here that is gonna groom and clean the horse poo and whatever. And they'd be thinking, oh yeah, so all I have to do is ride the horse, and once I get off it, somebody else's
Somebody
problem.
else can do it. Yeah.
You know, but then what happened when the person no longer can come and work for you because of that? Because I also notice the people that feel entitled, they have an attitude that comes with it, you know, which that type of attitude can really freaking piss me off, you know.
I have a cousin that has a son, and he used to get picked at school because he um, was having to do things that the other kids didn't have to do. And he
Mhm.
said, I'm going to own a company one day, and you all are going to be employed by me. You're going to be coming to me for a job. All you that think that you are going to be millionaires and you're going to make all this money. And
Mm.
lo and behold, what happened? He, of course, was very intelligent. He has his own business. Of course, some of these entitled brats that he went to school with now work at his company that
Ooh.
used to make fun of him and talk about his work ethic and the jobs that they would never do. I would never do that. Now they're
Wow.
working for him.
You see, they don't care if it's clean. It's not their problem. I'm over it. Sometimes you gotta let a kid stay in their own mess so that they
And you
know.
got to let them feel pain.
Yes, you got to let them stay in their own mess. So it's like, I'm not going to be cleaning it for you. Or sometimes, if you have that kid, you get tired of it. It's like, you know what? Time for you to move out. Go live on
Yeah.
your own so you can go see how it is. Yeah, it's like time for you to move out. Go live on your own, because you think, oh, I'm your mother, I'm your father, you are entitled to stay here. No, I pay the bills in this house. You're living here for free. Now you're what again? 18 plus. Now get your ass, go find a job and go take care of yourself. That's all you
I
got to do.
promise you right now, this is a true story. My son, when James and I go to his home, the first thing he says when we walk through the door, take your shoes off. The first
Mhm.
time he did that, I looked at him like, what? Did you ever take your shoes off when you come in my house? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Take my shoes off so I won't track your floors. But he wants his house all in order. And I'm thinking, what about the room you used to leave when you went off to college and you would do clothes that I'd go in there and have you pick up and put in a basket that I was scared to even touch. And now you don't even want me to wear shoes in your house, which, I kind of am proud of that, but it's kind of funny too.
Yeah.
But anyway, he does. He tells us, could you take your shoes off, please? Crazy.
All right, guys. All right, down to 7 people in the chat. So we've been here for almost
Almost an hour.
about an hour. Yeah. So we appreciate you guys
You
staying
didn't
with
fail
us.
them. Hey, please
No,
tell American
American
Honey.
Honey. No, you did not fail.
No,
You did
you
not
did
fail
not
them.
fail them. No, American Honey. No. No.
You did
They
not
have
fail them
choices.
at
I
all.
don't know how old your children are right now, but they have a decision to make. Are they going to be a better adult to this society, or are they going to just continue in the way that they are? But don't blame
Because
yourself. You did the
society is
best
going
you
to,
could.
yeah, society is going to judge them. They're going to be going out there. The people out there are the ones that are going to be judging them. Like, oh, and you do your best the way you know how you can do your best. And that's
And
what
I
I'm saying.
understand why you did what you did. I
Yeah,
understand because
yeah,
I understand that.
yeah. But even though, you can say, oh, I did it because of the situation I was brought up in. So you wanted the best for your child. Now, like I said earlier on, there's a way you can go. And once you get to that level of your best, you got to teach them something different, because you're going to have to know that they're going to go out in the world there, and the world is going to teach them something different. Now, you might not call them lazy. Somebody outside, when they go outside out there in the world, is going to call them lazy. Okay. And then they're going to feel so ashamed, and they're going to regret. They're going to say, oh, I wish I learned how to do this when mom was saying, go clean your room, go cook, go do this. So I don't think anything. Hi, Michelle. Mwah, mwah, welcome in. I don't think you failed them. You didn't fail them.
No,
And if there's
no.
anything you can do now to correct it, then do it. That's all you got to do. Don't throw your hands up and just feel that, oh, you know what, I can't do anything now because they're all grown.
Yeah,
No.
and no mother wants to see their child in pain, but pain brings change. And if
Yeah.
they have to go through pain to learn what they needed to learn earlier in life, then they're just going to have to go through it.
Yeah. So you're going to have to, if they're still living in your house, then you're going to have to put boundaries. Hey, this is what you're going to have to do. Let me tell you, if their clothes are all dirty and they're not washing their clothes and they're wearing stinking clothes all the time, let me tell you, well,
I'd let them wear stinky clothes, or I would say, there's the washing machine, go
no, no,
wash
no,
your
no,
clothes.
no. Do they like to go out and go get themselves something? Let them go out, go get them something. Clear every shit out of the room and go put it outside and pour water over it, soak it somewhere, and say, you don't want to wash your clothes? Your clothes are out there. If they're not clean, don't bring it in the house. That's what you got to do. Put the clothes. Don't go take the clothes and go put it in the washing machine for them. No. Take it.
No, for them to. For them themselves to go do it. Yeah, the child needs to do it. Yeah.
Let them go do it themselves. And if they're eating and they're leaving their stuff in the sink, you know what? I've done this before. Go clear out the cutleries. Go clear out the dishes. Go find somewhere where you're going to lock them up. And then, you know what? Put one plate per person. One plate, one cup. Hey, this is your plate. This is your cup. This is your cutlery. When you mess it up, guess what? You're going to clean it. If you don't clean it, don't come use mine. Don't go use your brother's. Don't go use your sister. Don't go use that.
You're going to be eating off a dirty plate.
You're going to be eating off a dirty plate. That's what you got to do. Let me tell you, I've done that one to an adult before. I'm like, no way. If you're going to be eating with a cutlery and you can't rinse it off and you're going to be dropping it in the sink, guess what? I'm going to downsize the cutlery. You're going to get one. I'm going to get one. When you don't clean it, it's going to be there. When you want to use it next time, guess what? Where you left it, that's where you're going to find it.
American Honey, nobody likes rules when they get to a certain age because they feel like they don't need rules. But children really like boundaries when they're younger and they want you to set boundaries. But it's okay if they don't like the rules. You're the one that's in
You're the
charge.
adult. Yeah. You're the adult. At the end of the day, you're the adult. They could freaking be the adult, but guess what? You got to 20 before they got to freaking 20. Excuse me. You got to 20 before they got to 20. So it's like, excuse me, I saw this 20 years ago.
Right.
I saw this 20 years ago. I've been 25 years ago. So at the end of the day, you are still my child and I am still your mother. You're not entitled to nothing. You got to work hard. Yes, I probably must have spoiled you guys, but you know what? The rules, everything has changed now.
Look,
Now,
I saw this talk show that says strip your child's room and just give them a mattress and a bed. And as they start learning to do stuff, give them a flat sheet, let them sleep on. Next time they learn something, give them a pillow, give them a blanket, let them earn all their stuff back
yes,
that you stripped them from. You know,
and that's if they're much younger, but if they're adults now and they're in their like they're 18, they're 16, 18, well, I would still say 16, 18, still a teenager. But if they're grown past that one and they're
they
still
would have
living
to
that
move out.
level,
They would have to move out.
then yes, they be like, no, you gotta move out. Go look after yourself. Go, you know what? Go rent your own house. Go get a job. Push them out. Let them go do something. And if you are not able to push them out to go find a job, you say, look, you're here in my house. If you want to stay in my house under this roof, you gotta go find something to do, earn a job, make some money. You gotta
And
tell
this
them, if you
and Miss
don't push them, they're
Tina,
not gonna do anything.
it didn't kill you to have to live in a car. You probably didn't like it, but
Yeah,
they're no better than you to have to go through some pain. It made you a better person probably.
yeah,
So, what's good for you. I mean, if they have to learn it that way, they have to learn it. They could probably see some of what you went through if they had to live that.
yeah. So yeah, so at the end of the day, it was like whether you feel that you spoiled them or not, you can always turn things around. And let me
Yes.
tell you another thing: prayer is another key. You
Yes.
know, prayer is
And
another
just tell them,
key.
I love you, but you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to do this.
Yeah. So I hope that helps, American honey. I hope that not helps. Like I said,
I'm going to
you
be
gotta
praying for
stand
you,
your
American
ground.
honey.
Yeah, you gotta stand your ground sometimes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys so much. We're gonna be back in 2 weeks' time, and yeah, we probably will talk about this a little bit, and talk about something else
Y'all can
next.
be thinking of things that y'all want to bring up and talk about in the chat about entitlement. Y'all can be
Yeah,
thinking of stuff.
yeah, because it's not just and people are entitled because they're kids. Some grown people feel that they're
Adults think
entitled
they
to.
are,
Yes,
yes.
yeah. All right, guys. We love you. Stay blessed. Have a blessed week. I will be back tomorrow evening with
Love
Picky Nick.
you.
So until next time, guys. Bye, guys. Hey,
Bye.
to Tracy Cakes.
Yeah, go over to Tracy's.